Hi everyone, how are you doing? I just wanted to check in with you. My last video was that video about in memory of my friend Jay Levinson, and I've been so sad since I found out that he passed. And it's really interesting because I have had 6 people pass this year. And in the beginning of the year, I think in February, I had 4 in 1 month. That was like crazy. And then I had another one the next, or a month or two later, and now this one in October. And I mean, that just goes to show what's going on with our ascension in the times. And so many people are just checking out, and for different reasons. But the thing that is so baffling is that I had people that were even closer to me that passed, and the one that they've all affected me, of course. I'm not saying that, the other ones weren't easy, because they were difficult. All of them have been difficult. One of them was my father. One of them was my dear brother-in-law. One of them was my uncle and a few friends, and yeah, they were all hard. But this one has been particularly difficult. And it's so strange because, I totally love Jay. And it's not strange that I'd feel so down, but I have been so affected by this. I have been so sad. I have been just like crying just every time I think of him. And, there's something that I really, really have gotten from this. And it's almost like it's sad that it took him passing for me to even get this lesson. But I've been getting so many realizations that and lessons from this. It's unbelievable. I really didn't want to come on here and get emotional tonight. So let me see if I can get through this. So one thing that I've really, really learned is, Jay was such he every day he showed up for his life. Every single day he showed up for his life, and was always, his work was important, and his work was his fun too. It was he loved his work, his marketing work, and helping entrepreneurs, learn and grow, and he loved teaching, and he never made anyone feel stupid or anything. And I just won't go into all of that. He was just like such an amazing human being. But what I really, there's so many things I love about him, but tonight I want to talk about his ability to show up for life every day. His ability to get up and be productive and show up for life every day. He was on his schedule. He did his thing. He was traveling all over the world even when he wasn't well. He was, on the road going to other countries teaching, and he wasn't, and, he was, not feeling his best, but he still kept going. And he was always, and I'm sure he had his down times. I'm sure he had his off times when he was, not in the best mood. So I'm not saying he was like the perfect angel, because we're all human, but he was always so positive minded. He was always so, looking at the bright side of life, and doing his best to enjoy life. And one thing I really have learned from this, just looking at him and thinking about the person that he is I have really, something has shifted in me. And these things aren't new concepts to me. And I believe I've been practicing them as well as I can. But something has definitely kicked in and shifted here. It's like, I don't really give a crap about what other people think or say or do, or if they're trying to bring my world down, if they're trying to do anything to me and attack me in any way, or start any drama. Like, it doesn't even matter to me anymore. I don't give a crap. Seriously, I don't even give a crap. And if anybody brings me anything, seriously, I'm just going to have that attitude. I don't care. Whatever I have to do to deal with it, I'll deal with it, but I'm not going to even think about it 1 second more than I have to. I'm not going to let myself dwell in any of that because it doesn't even matter. When you think about life, what matters about life, what really matters about life is that you're here to enjoy it. You're not here to work and bust your ass, and you know what? It's okay if you're working and busting your ass if you're enjoying it, but you're here to do what your heart is here to do. You're here to do your heart's work. You're here to live your passion and to enjoy doing it, to enjoy being and living the person you were born to live. That's what's really important. And so all of this side crap, all this stuff that comes to us that has nothing to do with living the life that we were born to live or living our best life, anything that is outside of that, I mean, that's a really good way to look at it. Anything that is outside of living your best life or living the life you were born to live, it doesn't frickin' matter. And it's not mattering to me anymore. When Jay passed, I feel like a part of me passed with him. And I felt so lost for a while because I almost felt unsafe. And it's so weird because it wasn't, and it's so weird that I felt this way with him. But I mean, there must be some sort of connection that I wasn't aware of. I mean, for all these deep lessons to come, you know? But looking at how he lived his life, it doesn't matter about any of that crap. It doesn't. What matters is that we're here living our life the best that we can. And so don't let anything that is distracting you, that's pulling you from living the life you were born to live or living your best life every day. And, you know, every day your best life is going to look different. Some days it's going to be easier to live your best life, and some days it's going to be hard to live your best life. But as long as you show up for yourself every day and do your best, that is living your best life. And that's the best you can do, and that's cool. But as long as you're showing up for yourself, it's like every day wake up and show up for yourself. You know, screw anything else. Screw showing up for your job. Screw showing up for your family and your kids. And I'm not saying like, you know, don't show up for them. That's not what I'm saying. Show up for yourself. Yes, your job, your family, your friends, they're all part of you. But you need to show up for you first every day. And not let what is going on around you dictate how your life is going to be. You're here to be happy. You're here to live a joyful life. You're here to experience things that are exciting and that will, you know, open your heart and make your life soar. That's what's really important. So basically, I'm not saying like I shouldn't have said, I feel like I shouldn't have said, you know, screw your family. I don't mean that. I don't mean it that way at all. But what I'm saying is sometimes we overgive to the people around us and we put ourselves last. And that's what I'm talking about. You can't put yourself last. You put yourself up there first, and you remember that you're here for a purpose. You're not here to carry the burdens for everybody. You're here for yourself first, and you're here with a unique gift, and you're here to live that unique gift every day. And doing that, you're living the life you were born to live. And you can use that, you know, be with your family and love your family. And of course, it can be a part of you and your work can be a part of you. But you must enter into it with showing up for yourself first and expressing yourself and your life with your gift in everything you do. So what I'm really saying is don't let outside things that try to bring you down, that try to kick you in the stomach, don't give your precious thought to it any more than you have to. I mean, if you have to deal with it, you deal with it, but just don't even think about it the rest of the day or know that you have to deal with it and go deal with it and just let that go. And you know what? It doesn't even matter. I'm dealing with something right now, and to me, I don't even give a crap. I really don't care how it goes one way or another. I don't. And because you know what? Life is not meant for this. And this world lost a beautiful person who was so productive, that touched so many people's lives, and was that created such a positive impact everywhere he went. So many people love him and know him. And then you got these people that are just throwing crap everywhere, they don't care what they're putting out into the world. And I just find that just so gross. Seriously, it's disgusting. And so what I've made a pact, and this is like something I just have a personal commitment to Jay, and whether he knows it or not, it's just personal for me, is I have committed to not letting people like that impact my life anymore, because it isn't worth it. And I want to, if I could look at Jay as an example and live my life the best I can, and if I could even, be a quarter, a half of what he did in his life, how he was in his life, I'll be happy. And I've just really learned what is important in life. And that other stuff, I don't give a shit. Seriously, I don't. And I never will again. The other thing is people who talk about other people. That's like another thing that keeps coming to me. I can't stand it. I can't stand people who talk about other people. And, I've had, a couple instances in the last week where I've heard other people like covering up conversation talking about me. And it's like, I don't even care. You know what? I can't take your problem personally. There's nothing that I have done that deserves for anyone to talk bad about me. And if somebody is, that's their own problem. And I refuse to take that personally. I'm not going to do it. I don't care. I mean, I care. I wish people wouldn't do that. But if they are, that's their own problem. And I'm not taking it personally. I'm not taking their problem personally. I don't give a crap. I'm here showing up for myself, and I'm doing the best I can. And if that's not good enough for other people, well, screw them. I don't care. I'm doing the best I can, and that's all that matters to me. What other people think of me is none of my damn business, and I don't care. So I've really, really learned that. The other thing that's kind of cool that I've been thinking about through all this, because there's certain things about Jay that I just love, and one of them is his ability of storytelling. He's so awesome at his storytelling. Anybody would tell you that. And, I started thinking about it, and I've had people in my life tell me, you are so great at storytelling. You're so good at storytelling. I've heard that a lot in my life. And I realized it the other day. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm good at storytelling too. Like, I don't know, it's not like I'm trying to be like Jay. Obviously, it's pretty out of my league. He's doing his work and I do my work. I do the best I can. He did the best he could. But that is like a compliment, because that was something that I really enjoyed about him. And then I started thinking about some of his aspects of himself and realizing that I had a lot of the same aspects in myself that I loved about him. And that really spoke to my heart. I was like, wow, we had that in common too. And I started having these realizations that I feel like I love him so much because a lot of his beautiful aspects I also have. And maybe in a little different way. Maybe, whatever, the way we shared it is a little different. But I realized that one of the big reasons I feel like a part of me died when he left. And then I started feeling so unsafe. It was weird. Why am I feeling so unsafe because he's gone? It was like I couldn't There was no one out there to tell me it was okay. To tell me things were okay and that, everything's okay. And I never even asked him for that before. He never even did that for me before. I mean, that was nothing that we ever discussed before. So it was really weird to me that I was feeling like that. I was like really tripping out on a lot of stuff, thinking about like, why am I, that's so weird. But I think what it is that when he passed, all these things that I adored about him were things that I was, it's like, wow, he's so special. Like, I'm going to miss those amazing things about this person. And then I realized that I had a lot of those qualities. And I was like, oh my gosh. So what I think is, and I'm not sure because I haven't processed it all, but what I was getting was that I felt this loss and this unsafety because it felt like a part of me died when he passed. It felt like a part of me passed. So in some way, energy is really interesting. Like, I'm the energy queen and I'm really good at analyzing things. So I've got to, get into it and follow the energy and figure out what that is and what that connection is. But it just feels like he was a mirror image of me. I'm not saying that I was as great as him or anything. But there was a big part of who he is that I am. And when that passed, it was like, I felt lost, I felt unsafe, and I felt like leaving too, which is weird because I'm not that kind of person that I want to die. I'm not like that. I felt like there's no reason for me to be here, and that was weird too. Like, there were so many weird things that were coming up around this. So obviously I have a lot of processing to do, but one thing I'm grateful for is to know that I do have a lot of similar characteristics. And it's kind of interesting. In my manifesting e-course the other day, we did this little meditation and we were asking, what next step should we take to bring our manifestation to us faster? And I heard this message: get out there and spread your word. Be heard. Go out there and spread your word. You need to be heard. And I was surprised to hear that because I didn't know that would have anything to do with my manifestation. Sometimes the steps we have to take to manifest don't seem like they would connect. So I was like, oh, that's weird. But as I thought about it later, I realized I'm sure that was Jay telling me that. Like, go out there and be heard, because he loved what I had to say. He thought I was so wise, and he loved to listen to me. And I could only imagine that he would want other people to hear it. That would be something he would say. I mean, I was hoping at some point we would write a book together, and I just never got my act together to do it, because I know he would have done it. But it's all good. But anyway, I just wanted to share these realizations with you. I just feel so blessed to know this man, because even now that he's passed, I'm learning my biggest lessons. And I know that this was all meant to be. I know that this was supposed to happen, and then I would really get a lot more clarity about myself and my life and what I need to do. And I'm so grateful for the lessons. I just wish it didn't have to happen as a result of his passing. I wish I could have just got it before then. Wouldn't that be nice? But it's all good. There's reasons for everything. But what I'd like you to take from this is the message of, don't let the people around you or the situations around you detract from who you are and why you came here and living the life you were born to live. Seriously, it's not like I'm saying this and I'm going to forget about it, because I am so adamant about this. I will never let anything that is outside of my living my best life or living the life I was born to live, ever get in my way again. I will not let it consume my time. If I have to deal with something, I'll deal with it, but I will not put any of my precious thought or energy towards it more than I have to. And that's just the way it is. I've really set a very clear boundary, and I believe as a result of setting that clear boundary that I will have less and less of these issues come up because of it. So anyway, I just wanted to share this like wild journey I've had since Jay's passing, and the lessons are great. It's been really hard, but I know it's all in divine order, and it was all supposed to happen this way. I've just got to accept that and move on, do the best I can. On another note, tomorrow is the 40th day of my 40-day Manifesting Breakthrough e-course. So it's my first set is ending tomorrow. All of my videos are in order, and now I'll be able to upload that onto my website, and people will be able to purchase that anytime they want and do it whenever they're ready to do it. So I have a big completion coming up, and I'm really going to celebrate that. That was a lot of hard work, and it was quite the journey, and such an amazing, amazing e-course. I mean, I have to believe there's not another one out there that is so deep and so comprehensive and so life-changing as that one is. I would even say, I look at myself in the videos in the beginning, and I was looking every day at the videos, and I saw myself literally take a physical and energetic transformation. I look so different now than when I did when I first started that 40 days. It's amazing. And if you ever decide to do the class, I would tell you, take a picture of yourself every day. Just take one picture. It doesn't have to be just however you are, because it's not only my physical looks that changed, but my energy changed. And I know it's a result of that. I know, because it is a journey. It's about manifesting, but we address everything in life. Everything. And so it really is a journey of healing as well. It's priceless. Anyway, everyone, thanks for listening. And I'm hoping for happier days soon. I'm working on it. I'm really working on it. This is another time of growth and realization for me, and ascension, and a lot of emotions flaring here, but I am doing my best, my absolute best, to focus on the good. And this was a page that I did in memory. You know, you guys know I have a scrapbook journal. This is a page I did in memory of Jay, and it says, I focus on the good. Life is only as good as you live it. And then I wrote basically the stuff that I just told you, and how I committed to Jay that I am going to show up for my life every day too, and I'm not going to let any of that stuff ever bring me down again. It's just not going to be important to me anymore. It's just like I'm going to be totally numb to that crap. The crap is not going to do, it doesn't, I could give a crap. I don't care. Seriously, I don't care. So, anyway, thank you for listening to today's ramble, and I hope you guys are all doing well, and I hope I see you again soon. So, do me a favor. Step up to the plate and live your best life every day, whatever it is, because you know what, you're worth it. And you can. If you really want to, you can. So I'll see you all when I see you all. Love you all, and talk to you all soon. Bye.
Get inspired and live your dream. Change your life, set yourself free with Cindy. Yeah, join Cindy. Travel through Egypt, see the blue Nile, Sahara Desert, open up your mind. Have an adventure in the deep Red Sea. Get your dose of spirituality. Get inspired, live your dream. Change your life, set yourself free with Cindy. Yeah, join Cindy. Get inspired and live your dream. Change your life, set yourself free with Cindy. Yeah, join Cindy.